Hello there, I'm Shaun McLaren, and let's do a cons draft. Okay, so Retribution of the Ancients is a rare, not something we're looking to first pick. Not a great card, but it can work in a dedicated strategy. Ice Feather Aven appears to be the strongest card in the pack. Other considerations are, I guess, the Abzan Guide, the Horde Chief, the Rider and the Flock and the Throttle are all okay, but I think Ice Feather Aven's good here. Green Blue is a good color combination and just the most powerful card in the pack. Not exactly great pick for leaving us open, but better than a 3-color card, and it's a good color combination, and yada yada yada. So this pack, there's Set Adrift, Swarm Bloodflies, Aerostorm, Wind Scout, Horde Chief, Smoke Teller, and a Dual Land. I think it's between, I want to stay on color here, I think it's just the Wind Scout. Set Adrift and Smoke Teller are all okay. Set Adrift is kind of expensive for the effect, and it's okay if it's like your only delve card. It's removal is removal, but Wind Scout's good. It goes with our first pick well. Another flyer. Alright. There's a Mardu Charm, Crippling Chill, Long Shot Squad, and I guess there's Become Immense. Probably not picking that. Mardu Charm is the best card. There's also Abzan Guide. I'd probably just take the Crippling Chill, which is another blue card. Good for where we should be headed if we are green-blue. There's not really anything to pull us out of the color. Like maybe I would just take the Mardu Charm if there's a lot less in this pack, but I'd still probably take like the Long Shot Squad or the Become Immense before I took the Mardu Charm. Okay. Blinding Spray is a card I kind of like, but worse than Glacial Stalker. Seems to be the clear pick. Kind of strict upgrade to Witness of the Ages. I like Glacial Stalker a lot. Yeah. Seems like if we were looking to go into another color, it would be Tamir. There's been 2 Swiftwater Cliffs. I don't know. That's not something we have enough information on. And we're looking to just go, well, right now we're sort of just in blue, so I don't even know. There's Sultai Ascendancy, which is our other option to go into Sultai. I guess I'm sort of making a decision here, since I probably want to take like the Prowler over the Ascendancy. The Ascendancy doesn't really go with our strategy. It's a pretty good card though, and Sultai might be open. There's also the Dismal Backwater, which is a consideration. Like, this might not be a card we even want, but I think I'll just go for it and see what happens. Okay. Well, there's Jeering Instigator, which is pretty solid. Also Rugged Highlands for the Tamir option, and Scaldkin, which is probably not what we're taking. We'll just take the Instigator and have the option of going into Tamir or Sultai or Stain in green-blue, or possibly even abandon the green completely is something that could happen. Water Whirl is decent. There's also the Sandbar, which is a consideration. Water Whirl, we probably want at least one Water Whirl effect. Very powerful. Yeah, I think it's the pick here over the Sandbar. We still have plenty of time to get better 2-drops. Ooh, Soothsayer. So, yeah, basically Soothsayer over not really anything. Maybe like Leaping Master, but yeah, definitely take that. Huh. Well, Snowhorn Rider. There's also Awaken the Bear, Stubborn to Now, Quiet Contemplation. These ones are all sort of not really what we want. I think I just take the Snowhorn Rider and continue to hedge my bets. Alright, Set Adrift. Be good if we do end up going into Sultai over essentially nothing. Act of Treason. Not really. I'm not really a big fan of threaten effects in general. There's also Tusk Colostodon, which is interesting, but let's just take the Act of Treason. And Embodiment of Springs, Tormenty Voice, Goblin Slide. Goblin Slide could be okay, but probably not in this deck. Guess we'll just go with the Spring here. Probably won't be playing it. Probably also wouldn't be playing the Tormenting Voice. And there is the choices we've been having. Prowler is just so much better. Just take that. Alright, still have our options open to us. It seemed like Tamir and Sultai were both open. So we don't know what we're doing yet. I have a slight preference for Sultai, I guess, since Soothsayer is just so good. Ooh, Dig Through Time. Well, guess I'll be picking that up. It's actually a pretty great card in draft too. There's not too much over it. Aerostorm would be good. Wind Scout would probably be the pick over. Actually, maybe I just take the Sultai Charm, but Dig Through Time would be great if we do end up going into Sultai. I'll just put these over to the side for now. Kind of goes counter to what we've been doing though, with like the Sultai strategy is more grindy and our first few picks were flyers, but you can just have both in your deck and still have a good deck even if it isn't a focused deck. Alright, there's Tower Shell, some fixing, Kentry Invocation is decent, Long Shot Squad, probably between these two. I like Tower Shell, especially if we're going to be going attacking in the air. It just provides a big body, but I probably want the fixing even if we don't end up going to mirror. It's still good fixing, and there's still a chance we end up going to mirror. And then it's just the nuts. Okay, oh, there's Winter Flame. Savage Punch and Force Away, also good. Winter Flame is the best card. Force Away, it's not really great in our deck, but it is good, and same with Savage Punch. They don't really fit into our deck's theme. I might just take the Winter Flame and continue to hedge, essentially, since Dig Through Time, while it would be better in the Sultai deck, it fits into anything. Yeah, I'll just take the Winter Flame. I don't really want to Force Away that much. Okay, there's a Death Dealer in case we want to put it into our Sultai deck, but it's pretty terrible to be splashing. Like, we're basically mono blue with some other cards. Okay, now we're going back to these cards. So probably take the Swiftwater Cliffs, because there's not really anything for us here. There's like Whirlwind Adept, which is pretty awful, although it can be good in the right deck, but definitely not a Sultai deck. Yeah, this deck is looking better than the Sultai deck, even though we don't get to abuse our Delve cards. It has better fixing and a better plan. Alright, there's Bring Low for removal. Flare is just an incredibly solid creature, very beefy and with a good effect. Also Smoke Teller. Let's do a sort here. So Bring Low fits into our curve, so does Flare. Smoke Teller is also something we want, but these cards are just better, so we'll probably just pick up a Flare here, I'm thinking. Not sure about that pick. It might have been a Bring Low, but I do like Flare a lot. Force Away is looking to be a bit better now that we have a couple guys that activate the ability, and we're a tempo deck again instead of a Sultai deck. Sultai just dried up from this direction. We might see a lot of Sultai in the last pack, but we should also be seeing Tamir, since that was open in pack 1. So yeah, Force Away, best card in the pack. Okay, there's some fixing. I think we take the Opulent Palace over the Highland game here. We have very powerful cards. I'm so confident we'll get like another 2-drop or 2, and I am happy just making sure we can cast all our spells. And there's an Abomination. So back to the Sultai deck. I think we're in pretty deep with the Tamir, enough to take the Dragon's Grip, which is actually a pretty strong card as well. I mean, I think Abomination's the better card overall, and I might even take the Disdainful Stroke as like a sideboard option over it. Okay, and the Sultai Charm Wield. So tempting. So now we even have an Opulent Palace. I think I just take that, just in case, since it's not really over much, over like a Kin-Tree Warden. Alright, Longshot Squad is good pickup. Picks like this late allow us to have enough playables to flip-flop between Sultai and Tamir. We're just drafting 2 decks. Well, we could even like sideboard into a different deck for specific matchups at this point. We have enough cards. I'll just go with Weave Fate in case we want that effect. Sure. Barrage of Boulder's not a card I like that much, but it's a fine sideboard card. Okay, sweet. Smoke Teller and surprisingly Mardu Warstreaker still in the pack. Last pick Warstreaker is pretty good. Could even go in our deck, but I want a 2-drop. Okay, cancel is nice as well. We're definitely in the right colors for this seat. For the two decks we're drafting. Okay, another BioView, this thing, Frontier something. Rattleclaw Mystic, pretty great morph, and Mistweaver. Not actually sure here, since these 3 cards are all options. Maybe I just take the Rattleclaw. Yeah, that's probably right. Great 2-drop, great 3-drop. It's also fixing, since you don't actually need any colored mana to cast it and morph it. Just a solid card all around. Better than the Flyer, I would say. Alright, Master the Way, awesome. Great card, better than Snowhorn Rider here. There's also Warname Aspirant. Not as good in our deck since we're probably gonna be just splashing the red. We'll cut the Yeti, and then this is a morph, so also fixing is an option, but Master the Way is pretty great. Ooh, Ascendancy. Also Monastery Flock and some 2-drops. Guess there's Combat Trick. How good is this in our deck? Not good. Doesn't really trigger anything, so I don't think we're taking the Ascendancy. It's actually kind of a trap card, a little bit, and Flock is pretty amazing. Although it might be the boon if we want some combat tricks. I guess we have Dragon's Grip already. Yeah, I'll just go with the Flock here. Okay, there's a Wind Scout and a Bring Low. Probably just the Wind Scout. Nice to sort of flesh out our deck. Yeah, seems like the pick. Pretty close between these two, but I think I'll go with the Wind Scout. We have decent amount of removal, bounce, that sort of thing already. Ooh, Mystic, awesome. Pick up over the Force and the Swiftwater Claws. This is like perfect for our deck, more evasion. Yeah. Ooh, second Sultai Ascendancy. Also, Burn Away and Sign. Burn Away is just awesome. Sign's also pretty good. Oh, I guess a Glacial Stalker over here. The old Witness versus Glacial Stalker. Just gonna pick up the Burn Away though. This is looking to be a good little tempo deck. Another piece of fixing wouldn't hurt, but it's looking solid. Definitely getting some great packs for our deck here. Canyon Lurkers, Disdainful Stroke. Fortunately can't take the Weapons Master. We already have Cancel for this effect. Probably just take the Canyon Lurkers. Okay, Bring Low over basically nothing. I'm not a big fan of the Bell Strike or Scout the Borders. Actually, Scout is decent in our deck if we're running both these. Bring Low is just removal though. It's too good to pass up in this spot. These cards you can just get naturally cast. Don't really need to play any enablers for them. Okay, there's Arrow Squad, but it's in our splash color versus a Sandbar. Another 2-drop isn't really necessary at this point, but we have enough Aerostorms already, and by Aerostorm I mean Burnaway and Master. Disdainful or Naturalize? I think I prefer the Stroke here. Not really interested in that guy. Sandbar over the Cancel. Ooh, Blinding Spray. I like that card. As I said earlier, probably be siding it in at some point. Sure, another Weave Fate. Okay, solid deck. Could use another dual land or two, but we're not heavily into red here, so I'll just put those over there. Alright, Canyon Lurkers, get rid of him to start with. All these cards are decent. It's 24. Okay. Probably want the second Sandbar. Let's see, 13 creatures and a lot of removal. How good's Water Whirl in this deck? Guess we don't really need it that much, but maybe we want to play it in 17 land. Dragon's Grip. Don't really have that much to give it Flash, which is where it's at its best by far. Maybe even cut the Dragon's Grip is a possibility. I guess this can do it. Not really that. Probably won't ever be siding into the Sultai deck. Could have had double Sultai Ascendancy, which is so sweet because you can get rid of the second one and not draw it. Bunch of solid spells, but basically too many of them. Guess we'll figure out the mana here. Let's go ahead and add the suggested amount. So 6 forests, which is basically enough. We're basically like mono blue splashing green and red. Probably want another green source and 5 mountains. Probably want another red source ideally, and then 10 blue sources, which is probably a bit too much. Or at least we can shave a blue down to 9. So do we want another green or another red source? Red turns on all our burn, and I guess if we cut the Dragon's Grip, we don't really need as much red, although I guess being able to cast all these is important. Also, Rattle Crawl, I guess, adds an extra mana for every color in a pinch. Also could cut the Set Adrift. Maybe for a sandbar. Do have a lot of burn. Another red source. Yeah, we really don't have much green. I think 669 is fine. 6 green cards. But we do want to cast some of them at some point, would be nice. Then 6 red cards. And then a bunch of blue cards. So another land or another spell of some sort. Guess I'll just go with the Set Adrift. See how it does. It's good if we're tempoing them out. Yeah, that seems good. Let's see how it does.